All in no run, we back with another video. I go by the name of Stealth the Producer. We got Doughboy Bush. Today we are going to continue our NBA season preview with the Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying? So if this is your first time to the channel, please hit that sub button, like, comment, and we're gonna get to it, man. So the Orlando Magic, last season they finished 7th as a play-in team, and they played the Celtics, the number 2 Celtics last season. They played them pretty well too. It was a pretty tough outing for the Celtics. I forgot how many games they won, but I do recall, like, you know, the Magic playing really, really hard that series. Competitive games in that series, but you know, the veteran team, the experienced team was able to prevail and come out of that series. But you know, I remember walking away from that series and thinking like, damn, like, all right, Orlando. The one thing I like about them, I think I mentioned to you a little bit before we got started, was their defense, their team defense.
Yes.
But just in general, how we've been doing it. What do you think about the roster, projections? Where do you see this team finishing by the end of the season? Are they contenders? What are your thoughts?
I feel like this is a young, scrappy team again. You know, I kind of compare them to the Detroit Pistons, a young and upcoming team. They got some veteran presence now with Desmond Bane that's over there. He's going to probably anchor that defense, I feel like. You still have the Wagner boys that are on this team that can go ahead and kill you at times, you know what I'm saying, with their three-point shot and, you know, their scoring ability. I would say this roster is decent. I wouldn't say it's totally messed up.
I agree.
You know?
It's decent.
It's decent. You know, you got Jonathan Isaac. You still got Wendell Carter Jr. You know, of course, you got your leader and your star player in Paolo Banchero. Yeah, Banchero. You know what I'm saying? So, for this roster here, man, for this team's makeup, you know, they're gonna be a scrappy team in the East. For me, I feel like they're probably finish at the bottom half of the standings as far as like they'll be a playoff team, but I think they'll probably be hovering around the 6th, 7th seed, 8th seed, yeah, somewhere in there. I think.
I agree. I do. They are a playoff team because when you look at the landscape of the Eastern Conference, I'm just kind of looking at the teams that made the playoffs last year. I'm looking at the teams that did not make the playoffs last year. And right now, you know, we'll get to that later, but I'm kind of looking at 2 teams that did not make the playoffs last year that I feel like could possibly make the playoffs. We have yet to talk about these teams, and I just want to quickly mention them just for just the sake of this conversation. I feel like the Hawks and the Sixers are 2 teams that can bump up into that top 8. 2 teams that did not make the playoffs last season. I feel like they can make the playoffs or possibly make the playoffs next season. Especially the Sixers. You got the Embiid, you got Maxey. You know, again, we're not talking about the Sixers, but back to the Magic. The reason I said that is because I feel like it might be a little tougher for them to get into the playoffs. Yeah. You know, you finished 7th. Now, again, it was an up year for the Cavs, the Celtics, of course, the Knicks, and the Pacers. So those top 4 teams, it was definitely an up year for them. But again, I feel like 2 teams are going to fall out in the Celtics and Pacers might not fall out, but I do feel like the Celtics are going to fall out of the top 8. I just don't. That we talked about that roster. I don't see them making the playoffs. So maybe that can give the Magic a little bit of, you know, movement up, maybe to like 6 or 5th, depending on, you know, now some of those games that you lost against, say, the Celtics throughout the season, maybe you can win, you know, 3 out of 4 of those games. Now your record is, instead of 41-41, now you're 44, you know, maybe still a game against some of these other teams like the Pacers without Halliburton, you know what I mean? So you kind of got to look at it like that. They might get some more games to help them move up the, you know, the standings a little bit. When we're looking at the roster, kind of with you, nothing really impresses me. Good players. You got Tyus Jones coming over from Phoenix. I did not know he came over from Phoenix. I like that pickup for them. They lost Cole Anthony, who was down Milwaukee Buck. Tyus Jones, he's small, but he's a serviceable point guard, man.
Yes.
10 points, 5.3 assists. He averaged last year with Phoenix. The big acquisition is Desmond Bane. Now we've yet to see this team with Desmond Bane. I do feel like his presence on that team is probably worth at least 5 to 7 more wins, because you had KCP last year. They weren't getting a whole lot out of him. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And I don't know how the Orlando Magic finessed it to even get that dude. And they really didn't give, I think they had to give up some picks. They did. No, they did get a lot. They gave up a lot of picks. They gave up a lot of picks.
They gave up 5.
But that lets me know that they feel that they believe in Paolo Banchero. They want to build around him. And also, too, that move is starting to look a little smarter when you think about the Celtics and the way that whole, roster is starting to look. That franchise, the direction they're going in, doesn't look too promising as far as long term. Some of the other guys I like on that team a little bit. Anthony Black, they drafted him a couple years ago. Tall guard. He's getting better. I really liked him defensively. Average about 9 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds a game. Jalen Suggs, he really helps his team. And now he might not be a player that jumps out at you when you jumps
out to you.
When you look at him on paper as far as Jalen Suggs' name, but he's helped that team win big games. He was injured last year.
Yeah, I agree.
He'll be back. Mo Wagner and his brother Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner. You got them. Franz, he averaged 24 points.
24 points.
So you got two guys averaging over 20 in Paolo and Franz. Yeah. Desmond Bane could probably be right there. So potentially, now that I'm kind of talking, I might be talking myself into something. Because when you look at when you have 3 guys who can average 20 or more, that's 60 points.
And the crazy part
and you
about
might
it, bro,
make up with that with a Tyus Jones or Suggs.
Yeah.
Maybe this team doesn't look as bad. Not bad, but maybe this team looks a little better than we first.
Yeah, first initially thought.
I don't know. Now that I say that, what are your thoughts?
19-6-5, bro. For Desmond.
That's what I'm saying.
You're getting a lot.
And that was with Ja
productivity,
and Jalen Jackson. What's that name? Yeah.
Yep. So
what's his name?
Now I'm thinking about
you know what I'm talking about, but
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jaren Jackson.
So now just think about that. Jaren Jackson. So you got to think about that.
So
you know what I mean?
No, yeah. Now I guess so you got 3 guys. I guess in the context of the NBA, you have a big 3, right? For NBA context. Now it's just about the rest of the guys. What are they going to do? What are the Wendell Carters going to do? What are the Castleton? I think they got him to be a backup 5. Probably won't get too much tick. But this team, Jonathan Isaac comes in. He's had a couple of good games. Isaac, really, tall, tall build. You know what I mean? He was supposed to be a little better. Injuries derailed his career.
Yes,
because they were looking at him as being like the next Kevin Durant type player. Now he's just more of a big. He gained a little weight. Now he's a little slower, not as But sometimes he can come in and help you score. Just because of his height and his experience. Depending on what we get from, I don't want to say we like it's my team, but depending on what you get from the supporting cast, you have
they're still playoff. I think they're a playoff team.
Oh, for sure. I think
they're a playoff team
in the East.
And that's another thing that you got to factor in is that they might be within the top 5, top 6. Considering all things,
I'll go as far as this,
like what took place.
I don't think they're going to be a playing team. I think they're going to be better.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're going to be better than that. Yes, I agree.
Team, for sure.
I agree. 41 wins last year was kind of a disappointment considering, especially you
weren't getting anything out of KCP. You weren't getting anything out of that position. But now you got Bane, you got Suggs as your guard, like 2 guards, your scoring guards.
Yes.
Tyus Jones, your backup point. I like that.
I like that too as well.
Mo Wagner, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah, Wendell Carter Jr. Yep, exactly.
Like that first 8 players.
Another young team.
First 7-8 players, not bad. Not bad.
No, not at all.
Not bad.
They're another Mosley coaching this team. Upcoming team.
They have a system. They're probably going to come in and build on what they've been doing defensively. I think offensively now you have a new weapon in Bane. They're going to implement him, and he's going to get a lot of burn.
Sir.
Look for him to be the high scorer a lot of nights because he's a shooter and he can run the floor. Not bad, man.
No, not at all.
And and I'm going to be real too. I haven't said this in any of our other previous videos regarding this new season preview series we got going. But when you think of a team like the Pacers and how they did it last year, why not Orlando?
The Orlando Magic. I agree. No, I'm
not saying they're great, but you know what I'm saying? To make a run and a push.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If they got to the Eastern Conference Finals or to the
even the second round,
I wouldn't be shocked at the outcome. I wouldn't be like, oh man, this team surprised me because of what they did last year, to the Pacers and, playing a hard fought series. So, I feel like this year they're at 41. I feel like I'm probably going to put them in the 47 range, 48 range of games.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like having Desmond Bane is worth another 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 games.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Across the span of 82 games. So,
definitely.
Real quick before we get up out of here, we just talked about the Detroit Pistons previously. Who do you like better? If the Pistons and the Magic were like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? They matched up in the first round. Who do you think? The reason I ask, I feel like kind of similar as far as like talent wise.
They are.
Banchero, Cade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You got Bane. Like,
in that series, bro, that can go either way. But if I was a betting man, I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Pistons.
Okay. Nah, yeah, man. So, when we first initially sat to do this video, I'm like, I don't really like Orlando.
And you weren't messing with it at first.
But now I'm
it.
looking. I could see something. Again, the Pacers made believers out of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
And everybody feels like now,
did.
like they can we can do that. Why can't we not be this year's Pacers?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because again, a lot of people didn't really see them as being, NBA Eastern Conference Final, NBA Finals. They went to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
So
NBA Finals. Yeah.
I don't, if you pick them to go to the finals, you probably made yourself a lot of money if you bet on them because a lot of teams, a lot of people did not have them going as far as they did.
No, the expectation was not there at all whatsoever.
They kind of made me look at these teams like the Detroits, the Orlando Magics a little different. I'm like, okay, now it's like, depending on how, the runs you make, depending on how who you match up with in these playoffs, you might can make a run. So, but yeah, man. So that is our take on the Orlando Magic for the 2025-2026 NBA season. And yeah, man. So if this is your first time to our channel, like the video, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? We definitely appreciate it. Also, to check us out on all your podcast outlets, your podcast app, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. We are on there as well. Sir. Please like the podcast on there. Comment, it goes a long way. We're trying to get our brand out there, trying to get our voice, out there when it comes to this basketball space. You know what I mean? We feel like we can contribute something really, really nice to this space. You know what I'm saying? So, it would really help us out if you can do that. And so, yeah, we're going to get back at y'all, man, with the next video. Until then, man, we out. Peace.
Yes, sir.